The Mind Buzz, now partnered with My Grito Industries.
The Mind Buzz.
You know what? I blame Matt Rife. What is up, Mind Buzz Universe? Welcome back to another podcast episode of the Mind Buzz. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes.
It's gonna go good. It's gonna go good. Good vibes.
The reason why I blame Matt Rife is because ever since he purchased that house, and along with the Warrens Museum of Exotic Stuff, a lot of exotic things have been happening in the studio. But it's all good. We're here. What's up? I don't know what's going on. This may be just an audio episode. I don't know. Just keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep going.
All right. Dang, that sucks.
I know.
That sucks.
Just
That
go.
sucks.
Keep going.
Y me peiné y todo.
I know. Frank showed up. It's okay. We're still gonna keep going.
All right, we're gonna keep going, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Please follow us on Spotify.
And trying to figure out why it looks funny. We're having a little bit technical difficulties.
I look funny. It's all good.
But we're gonna keep going.
Overall,
with
it's gonna be a good episode. I love it.
Mhm.
Because this next guest that I have, it's been a few years. Let's just give it up for Frank Blanco.
Woohoo!
Thanks for coming out, dude. Appreciate it.
Don't break the camera apart too, Frank. Just kidding.
Exceeded the weight limit on the camera. What's up, guys? Amber and Gil.
Hi.
Long
What's up,
time,
Frank?
guys.
I know. I remember the first time you came to.
Yeah, I'll never forget.
Yeah, you came. So when we used to shoot the podcast from my living room, in Chino, it was raining that day.
Yes.
That you showed up, and you showed up in shorts, and some chanclas.
SoCal, man.
SoCal.
Rain or
It was
shine.
like pouring.
It was
Frank.
pouring.
Yes.
It was pouring, and you were in like full on chanclas.
But you know what? I understand you now. I do. I fully 100% understand you because now I am a chancludo.
My man. First thing I noticed, Gil. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, Gil.
Yeah, it's because of you.
Yeah. Seriously.
Chanclas.
It is because I just thought of it. You know, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my toes done. I'm gonna get my feet looking good, and they look okay now. They look good enough to where, like, you know what? I can sport some chanclas, dude.
That's cool. As long as you don't have feet like LeBron, man, you're all right.
Why? They're really bad?
Yes, his toes are really like smashed in.
Now I gotta look.
Oh, man. So as long as your toes are not like that, man, you're all right.
No. They're good. They're good. I have to throw some lotion on them every now and then, but it's fine.
That's the downside. You got to keep some lotion on your
Yeah,
toes and
you-
now they look bad.
Oh, okay. See them.
But
They
they're
do.
not manicured. They're manicured.
They're manicured, but it looks like he like foot binds.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Oh. Yeah, so as long as your feet do not look like that, you're good.
He looks like he's wearing like a size 16, but couldn't afford size 16 shoes, so he has to go to like fives.
He puts his feet in his mom's shoes.
Just smash them in there, man.
Yeah.
Whenever you go to a lake and you see somebody like on a jet ski with a socks,
Oh,
their
yeah.
feet are like that. You know, the hood guys, man, you know, you spot them everywhere.
So TMI, right? TMI, but I'll say the story on here. I don't care. So I was younger, right? And I used to go to Ensenada all the time and go hang out with my cousins. My aunt used to take care of me and things like that. So I was already like a teenager, but I was wearing, I don't know if you remember, but if any girls are listening, they'll probably remember. In the 2000s, there were these like flat shoes that they used to wear, but they were like from like the Swami. And that's like you wanted them to be from the swap meet. It wasn't like you could buy them at Nordstrom, anything like that. And they're just like cheap shoes, but they would make your feet smell like really bad because they were like always, your feet were always sweating, but they were cute. So I remember going to Ensenada, and then my cousin's like, oh, we're going to go camping. And I'm like, oh, shit, like I don't have any shoes to go camping. Like I just brought like my flats and, you know.
Yes.
So anyways, I go camping with her and her friends. And that night when we got there, you know, I thought like just me and my cousin are going to sleep in the tent together. And she's like, oh, no, we got a really big tent and we're all sleeping in there. And I was like, no, my goodness. Like, you know, and there's no showers. There's nothing.
Yes.
And then I was embarrassed to even like just take them off like there to like, you know, wipe my feet down, whatever. So I slept with the shoes on.
No way.
I slept with them on. We slept like enchiladas like that, like everybody in.
Yes.
And I remember like just praying and being like, I hope my shoes don't fall off. And I covered my feet so no one could see that I slept with them. But I slept with them on. And I did not take them off that whole weekend.
Oh, man. You're very thoughtful, but...
I was very thoughtful, but I was like, oh, hell no.
But your family, they're the worst. They'll roast you. They would have been remembering that moment now.
Yep. Only my cousin knew that I slept with them, and she thought it was hilarious. But I was like, no, I don't want to have you have to get new friends.
Oh, man. We've all been there. We've all had those moments, you know, where you have to make a decision, you know.
Yeah. How long did you wear the shoes for? Like a couple of days?
I wore it all weekend.
Oh my God,
Bro.
dude! How did that happen? Like, what was it like when you finally took them off? You had to peel your socks off?
No, they went like on like a little hiking trip, and when they went on the hiking trip, I took them off, and I was like, oh my God, feet.
Air out the feet. Oh, man.
But I thought I was cool, you know, because it was
Yes.
like the style, like everybody wore them. So I'm like, oh, I'm cool. And then I get there and I'm like, camping? What the hell? Like nobody told me camping.
That's hilarious.
So yeah,
That's what family does to you.
not tell you that you're gonna go
No,
camping.
they'll send you. Your family will send you to a relative's house, and they have a whole plan for you. You just show up with like shorts, you know. We're going to the beach for the weekend, like she said, camping. We're going out of town. They take you all over Mexico, and your parents don't even know, you know.
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh man.
After that, you never caught me with. I was prepared. I used to bring everything that I thought we were gonna do.
That's awesome.
The worst thing that ever happened to me at a similar situation where I showed up to TJ to visit family, and they're like, we're going camping to Baja, like deeper into Baja. I had never been to a campsite without a toilet. So all weekend, I faced death and held it because I didn't want to go take a shovel into the desert and to use the restroom, you know. And so I almost... pretty much almost got sick because I didn't want to...
Because you were holding it?
I was holding number 2, you know?
Oh, my God. That's the worst when you really have to go, but something or somebody is in the way of you doing that. I had this job, and my desk was in the front, and then towards the back where the restroom was,
Yes.
there was somebody that worked like right across from the restroom. And where the restrooms were, it's like really hot back there. And for him to be back there regardless is like, why are you even here? Like you should be somewhere else, right?
Yes.
And then on top of that, I have to hold me going number 2 because he's like less than 5 feet away from the toilet.
That's awful.
So even if I would want to go, I'd be sitting. We would be like literally like I'll be on the toilet like right here, right?
Yes.
And he's like standing like right there. Of course, there's a wall
Yes, but
right here,
man.
but like like when you go like you do like a courtesy flush won't work for something like that. Not that close.
Anything at work too, if they don't like you, man, they're gonna tell everybody how many times you flushed. When you open the door, if it reeked,
Yeah,
they're not gonna let you off the hook, bro. They're not gonna let you off the hook.
You know what, Frank? But I think I've gotten to the point where I don't care anymore.
No more?
I just don't care. I can go and like I felt bad.
Yes.
Like, but I think it was earlier this week. I blew up that toilet, and some of the guys they had something like electrical plugged into the restroom because that's where like there was the only outlet in the restroom, and then I felt bad for the guy because the guy knocked on the door, and I was still finishing up. He knocked, and then like I was like, go away. And then I did. I was like, go away. And then like I finished up, and then I swung the door open, and then like right away he walked in there. I was like,
oh man,
whatever, dude. Okay. Hey, go on your own risk. What
That's
am I
cool,
gonna
Gil.
do?
You're free, bro. Once you do not care, you're actually free. Because all those simple things, like,
He's
they don't
better
bug
than
you.
me.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what it is? I've talked about this on other podcasts, but when I was young, like I was terrified of public restrooms. I was to the point like where I would hold it, like what you said.
Yes.
But I would hold it to the point where like it literally like it messed my stomach up.
Get those ugly cramps, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I used to hold it. I used to hold it so bad to where like some of it would like come out, dude.
Oh man. Skid marks. That's why they invented black underwear. I have no idea why people still wear those tidy whities, you know? Like, bro, what's wrong with you, man? Accidents happen.
One time, I always remember this like scenario. So my dad and I went to the Lakewood Mall. You already know what I'm talking about. We went to the Lakewood Mall because we live here, so
Yes.
Lakewood Mall was the closest. And we were gonna go buy my mom a gift. I remember it was like for Mother's Day or her birthday. I can't remember which one, but I know we both went to go buy her a gift. So as soon as we walked into the mall, he's like, I gotta go to the restroom. And my dad's like that. Like, he will hold it until, like, he gets home and stuff. But I guess that time he was like, no, like, I gotta go. And I was like, well, go to the restroom. And he's like, okay, but I'm embarrassed. And I'm like, oh, just go. Like, if now you're not gonna be comfortable. So he went into the restroom and he's like, okay, stand by the door. And if somebody comes, knock to let me know, like, just to let me know. And I'm like, okay, I will. So then I'm like standing guard and I'm like, standing there at the door and everything. And then right across from me, there was a Foot Locker. And I was like looking at the stuff. And then I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. And then I was like, I could just get closer. Like, nobody's coming. Like, I can get closer. And I got closer and then I got closer. And then by the time I knew, I heard voices and I was like, oh, shit. Like, somebody walked in and it was like 3 guys that walked into the restroom. And I was like, oh my God, my dad's going to be so pissed off at me. And then they walked out, like literally like walked in and walked right out. And they were like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh my God. So then my dad comes out and my dad was like, I told you to knock on the door. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I was looking at something and I got distracted and they sneaked in. Like, they sneaked in right behind me. And I was like, what happened? And then he says that they walked in and they were like, fuck, it fucking stinks in here.
Oh, man.
And that they were like, there was 3 of them, so that they were going at it. And then my dad says that he like lifted his feet. He was sitting on the toilet and he lifted his feet so that later in the mall they wouldn't be able to be like, that was the man that fucking stank up the restroom.
That's it.
Hey, man, older guys, they got a different kind of smell, I'll admit it, I have old coworkers, man, and your eyes get all watery when you go in there.
So I'm like, ooh.
You know where I got the philosophy of like not caring about that stuff? An old job I used to work at. My desk was like, I was kind of like the front person, like when you go into the office, kind of like where the reception was. Like that's where I sat. There was a GM that worked in the building, and he didn't he didn't care at all. Like he would walk past me, go in there, blow it up. I would hear him. Like he was forcing it. It was like a sport.
Oh man.
It was like a sport for him to like it was like a sport. Like he wanted to like make it loud and he wanted everybody to hear it. And he'd walk out leave the door wide open and just walk past me, smile at me, give me a wink, and then go back into his office. But from that on, I was like, you know what? I gotta be like that. I gotta be like that and not care. I mean, dude, everybody does it.
Yes.
Look,
right?
I don't have a problem.
Everybody does it.
I don't have a problem with people using the restroom in public places. Yes, you go in there and you're like, "Mm." I have a problem when people are like gross about it. And we
What's
know
gross though?
What? I don't want to turn this whole episode into a freaking
Well, it's not.
caca episode.
Is it cleanliness?
Like I've gone into the toilet several times I've seen, and it looks like it's just like they can't like. I wish people could see me, but they can't like go, and then as soon as they drop their pants, it like sprays out like
sticky bomb.
Yeah, like it just like sprays everywhere, or there's poop in places that you're just like, how the hell did it get up there? Like,
yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, use a restroom. If you made a mess a little bit, get up, wipe it down with toilet paper.
I've seen that.
I'm just like,
I've seen that. When I ran the Pasadena half marathon, there's a long line to use the porta potties, and this kid ran up and he's holding his stomach, making faces. I'm like, go ahead, man, go ahead in front of me, and he did one of those. I think he stood on top of the toilet. Because the whole back wall, it was just... And I had to go... I was only doing number one, but it reeked so bad. And I'm like, I can't believe I let that kid in front of me, man. I regretted that. Oh, man. I mean, I think some people are germaphobe or something.
Yeah.
Where they just don't want to make contact with anything. But he hit the wall down, I'm like, oh. It was just bad, man.
So
Never again.
You ran a half marathon?
Yes. Between... 2016, 2017, and 2018. Each year I ran a half marathon and the LA marathon.
Really?
Yes.
How far is the...
Well, half marathon is 13.1.
13.1,
and the
right?
full marathon is 26.2.
Right.
So I was in better shape.
Really?
And when I hit my 40s, all of a sudden in my bucket list came into focus. Like I said,
at 40s, you said?
Yeah, I was in my 40s, like 44 maybe when I started. Okay. And all of a sudden, when I was young, I said I would do a marathon. Never done a marathon, so I did the marathons. Then that's why ultimately I came back to stand-up comedy, because all that stuff it came to focus, and like I felt like I'm cheating myself, or I'm lying to myself, something about it. So I started doing a bunch of like stuff out of my bucket list,
What do you think it was at 40? What did you say, 45?
Yeah, like 40. Yeah, it's 44, 45.
What do you think it was that like pushed you to do stuff like that?
Up to that point, I think it was comfort.
Yeah.
Because you finally hit a comfort zone where like your finances are done, or like cake, whatever. I don't know how do you want to describe it. I mean, everybody has bills, right?
Yeah.
But they're so minute. And everything's like, it becomes a cycle of like comfort, I guess.
Yeah.
And you start realizing, wait a minute, like this can't be it. This can't be life, Like life goes on. Like why are we here? Like what's the purpose? And then of course I started like going back to like high school, junior college, where like I made this list of all the stuff I have to do. Like right now I still gotta go run with the Bulls in Spain, So one of these years I'm gonna go run and get mauled,
We're gonna see Frank on the.
My wife, she's very supportive. She tells me, okay, I want you to double your life insurance and then go.
It just passed because someone that I know went out there.
I think it's between July 8th and 15th, something like that, for a week.
To run with the Bulls?
Pamplona,
Spain.
Pamplona, Spain.
And I don't know, I haven't checked the statistics this year, but the year before, only one person died.
Oh.
So the numbers are in your favor.
So one person out of how many people?
Oh, man. Thousands.
Can you pull up a video? I want to see this. Pamplona bull riding?
No, running with the bulls.
Yes,
you're running with the bulls.
You run in front of them, and they guide them towards the...
How do you run in front of a bull?
You're going to see right now.
You're going to see, yes. And my concern is the streets look like they're cobblestone or even bricks.
Yeah, I would have fell.
So it's not even. It's not like it's a track,
Okay.
So if you slip or something, you're going to get rolled.
That's it?
So I'm not a hero.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna try to beat the bulls to the bull ring.
Uh-huh.
But I do want to run
But
like
you could run with them a little bit.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
and
So
then
that's
out,
it
you
right
know,
there.
Tap out to the side, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a hero, but I just want to.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all.
Not at all. You know, it's bad if you're a guy that wants to run right in front of him.
Yeah, if you want to go in front of him, sure, but
And I'm sure the bulls are just like, come on, dude, let me get through.
yeah.
Get out of the
Like
way.
they're not like, really being that
out for
aggressive.
blood, you know.
Yeah.
So the year before last, I think one person got a horn on like an.
Oh, okay. Look at that guy. Oh my.
But it looked like he tripped.
Oh.
So a bull hit a guy on
Oh.
a bull horned that guy
Yeah.
on an artery or something, and he bled to death. You know. So
Wow.
that's the only way you get killed. You know. I mean, other than that, so they got him all the way to the bullfighting ring,
Yeah.
and then so they do that every day.
still kill them?
I
I think they
haven't.
stopped, right?
Ooh,
I think Mexico stopped, but
they kill him after?
yes, because
Yeah.
they bring a matador and they fight the bulls, and at the end, part of the thing was to kill him. You know.
Oh, at the end. So that's
But
part
then-
of like the show or
Yes,
whatever.
Yeah.
when you fight a bull, the matadores,
Yeah.
so they stick all those things on there and intricate precision supposedly till they bleed out and they die. You know, then it sticks.
Yeah, it's been like a lot of years, like hundreds of years, right? It's like a
Oh,
Yes.
so it's like a traditional thing
Yes.
that they
cultural
do.
thing.
So that's one of the things I've not done because it's way over there. But you
Yeah.
know, I did the marathons, a bunch of dumb stuff. You know, but also,
That's not dumb. That's pretty cool.
well, it was dumb because I just out of the blue, like I'm gonna do a marathon. I said I would do it, so I'm gonna do it. And my first one was like almost 9 hours, you know, because I didn't train properly.
Yeah.
But once you're there, there's so many people running that are like fatter than you, that look way more out of shape than you. Then that's motivation, you know.
Yeah.
So so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let that guy beat me, you know.
That's how I felt.
Frank saw running behind the 100-year-old viejito. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I saw a viejito with a
loser!
walker.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, there's so many people out there that they have it in them to do the whole marathon. So once you're there, like, okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
This year I did a 5K
Yes.
and it was fun. Like it was really cool. Like the whole even it took. I trained for like about a month,
Yes.
like a couple weeks. I trained. I because it was right here in Paramount, and the weeks leading up to it, I would go around where they were gonna have the 5K. I did it a couple times, timed myself, did timing myself each and every time, making
Yes.
sure that I was getting better and just getting my endurance up. It was a lot of fun.
The community is awesome, right?
It was cool.
Like everybody just pushing each other forward,
Yeah.
cheering you on. I mean, that's what at least sports, because I've done a lot of organized cycling events
Hmm.
and the running ones, and like everybody just pushing each other forward, man. I
Yeah.
really love that part, you know.
Well, I didn't really talk to anybody, but
Oh, you know what I always got?
Hmm.
Like it's positive, but somebody, I have thick skin because of my relatives.
sure.
But people come up to me, "Ándale, gordito, go."
Yeah.
go."
Hi.
And
Really?
you're like, okay, cool, but like my relatives are worse, you know. My relatives are the worst.
You see Frank just doing the half marathon all
all?
crying?
Hey,
Just
So
like-
fat.
hey, in Mexico we have this this bull.
What's that?
This
Oh,
bull,
yeah.
That looks so
Have you
cool.
seen that?
I've seen the videos. It's super funny, man.
Pero mira, gatela.
Jesus.
But they look like they didn't know that was gonna happen.
You're just chilling right there doing some chismeando and
When
Get a bull?
when video was popular
Uh-huh.
in the 1900s. I don't know if you guys remember. They used to sell these videotapes of bullfighting when people would get killed, like in Mexico and all that.
No.
They'll put like a skull every time somebody would get killed.
really.
And a lot of these guys are like drinking tecates, and they'll go in there with fight a bull out of the blue, and of course,
And
or
that's
ride a
it?
bull, and then we get killed.
What?
But those tapes were popular at the swap meet,
Those are the black market ones?
the black market ones. Yes,
Oh,
it was very entertaining. But it was similar to that, like people were drinking, and then they just go inside a bull ring and like try to ride the bull or outrun it inside. Like, man,
Did you ever drink in your days, Frank?
drink
Yeah.
a lot. Yes. of
Yeah?
course. I've never done any drugs, but I've drank a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I don't know. Frank, I see you and I don't see you like with the beer in your hand. I can't see you like that.
I'm a social drinker, man. Like,
Uh-huh.
if there's a good event or party, forget about it. I just keep going. So I've drank myself to the floor way too many times that I could count.
How are you so happy, Frank? Every time I see you, you're smiling all the time.
I don't know. I see the positive in everything.
Yeah?
And positive, and I always see
You're making me
jokes.
smile.
Like
I don't know. It's
I always
crazy.
see positive and jokes. Like
Yeah?
that's all I see. So it takes a lot. I'm a June guy though.
What?
I'm a Gemini.
Uh-huh.
So ultimately, it takes a lot to get to the other side. But once you get to the other side, then
Oh shit.
I was that guy. I was the guys. I think we could take those 10 guys over there. No, Frank, there's only 3 of us. I go to the LAFC games on often because my cousin has season seats.
Yeah.
And when they play the LA Galaxy, man, the Galaxy fans, they're rough. So once I'm always telling my cousin, hey man, like because they come in buses, like the whole I don't know they have like the cheering section, like an organized group. Mm-hmm. So I always tell my cousin, hey man, let's go jump in there, bro. And my cousin like, dude, we're old, man, like relax, But I once the energy is there, man, you want to get in there,
Yeah.
and throw some hands. And I mean, it's not gonna end well, of course. I'm already in my 50s, but it was fun, man. Those days were fun.
Yeah.
I feel like Frank would like kick someone's ass and he'd still be smiling. Where you can't even be mad. You're just be like, all right.
You're like,
I guess I deserved it if you kicked my ass.
In my young days, like one thing I learned is, how in parties and all that, like people would always get like sucker punch or something.
Yeah.
And when somebody would take a shot at me, and I would smile at them, I could see their soul leave their face,
Uh-huh.
Like really, bro, you're gonna punch me, and you could see they're crushed. Like I just punched this guy and he's smiling at me, and then they'll just walk away, So I got more out of that than actually hitting people, But I was that guy. Into the mosh pit concerts, Rage Against the Machines, man. Like forget about it.
Oh, you've been to one of their shows?
Yes,
Really?
best concert ever. And
Wow.
it was a free concert, and I scalped my ticket. Yes, because I was already working nights with my employer, so I didn't have time to go get in line to get a free ticket. It was at El Camino College, and I scalped my ticket. I just tagged along with my friends, and best concert ever. It was so much fun hitting
What
people.
year was this?
Oh man, mid-90s probably. I'm thinking mid-90s. I know my kids say the 1900s, Dad. Like, oh man,
The
So you were what, in
1900s?
your late 20s?
late 20s, yes.
Yeah.
I say
Oh,
mid-20s.
Mid 20s?
Yes, I got married at 26. So most of this crazy stuff, dumb stuff I did, like 26 and under.
Under?
Man, I dream about that all the time, about doing or going to a concert in the mid 90s.
Oh,
How
man.
fun that must have been, because I feel like music kind of like hit a peak
Yes.
in the late 1990s and the early 2000s, and then I don't know, maybe just because of my age, how I'm thinking about music in general, but I feel it really reached a peak.
Do you guys think
During then.
music changed because everybody's trying to be like super conservative to be mainstream? Because most of the money is in mainstream.
Yeah.
So they have to be conservative to hit as many customers as possible.
Yeah, I think it's that too, and then the oversaturation in music, just in
Yes.
art in general. There's an oversaturation where people that are looking for music or listening for music are everywhere, right? Which is a
Yes.
good thing. It's a good thing for a creator if you're if you want to make a business out of it, or if
Yes.
it's something you want to do, it's more accessible to you. But at the same time, when you are listening to music, you're just constantly being drowned in music and different songs and different genres, and it's hard to grasp.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But if you're a true fan of an artist, you're a true fan of artists. But it takes a lot out of a person to be a true fan because there's so much out there.
It's very difficult to attach yourself to a band or a musician these days.
Now it is.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if I sound funny, I have a retainer inside my top teeth. So if I sound like those sangron Spaniards, I see.
No, you don't actually.
Soy de España. I could hear myself. You know how like we're
He wants to go fight. He wants to go fight the bulls, and he's practicing his accent.
I'm practicing. No soy muy sanglón. Hey, that sounded worse. That sounded like, you know.
That's like chiqueado.
Chiqueado, borderline big man, you know. But I could hear it. Once somebody pointed it out, I can't unhear it now, you know. But I do have a permanent retainer on the inside.
Oh. How long have you had that in there for?
For about a month.
Behind your teeth?
Behind my top teeth, yes.
Oh, I have permanent retainers on both the top and the bottom of my teeth. But I've had it for over like 15 years.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take for you not to notice it? You know, like every day I'm like my tongue like it's just there.
I still like play with it, like you know, like sí me doy cuenta, but yeah, it took a while for me to like forget about it.
Yes.
Because at the beginning I was like, oh my god, this thing, like it's behind my teeth, but now it's just kind of like, but my teeth have never moved.
Mm-hmm.
I have like
true.
the straightest teeth. Like I can barely floss sometimes because my teeth are just so close together.
Yes, it's a good price to pay, but for me, like every time I forget, somebody reminds me, "Hey man, do you have a lisp or something?" What's wrong? You know, like, oh, there I go again. Back to square one again. You know, no soy sangalón.
Did you have some Novocaine for lunch?
Yeah, so you know, man. So I keep hearing myself. That's why I mentioned it.
I can't hear it.
No, I can't
Cool,
hear
thank
it.
you.
Well,
No.
that's a good thing too. Like that you can barely floss. Like I could floss with a chicken bone if I wanted to.
I had braces in my early 20s. Mm-hmm. So they told me I had to wear a retainer for the rest of my life. And you know, when you buy a retainer, it lasts about a year and then you lose it somewhere. So half of my teeth were getting gaps and the other half were getting really tight. So that's why they put that thing on to keep them consistently straight. But
the only cool thing about having gaps in your teeth is like you can use a whole chicken bone and you can get all the chicken out. You know? If you can just put it like one through
like,
piece and then it just
Nah. You know, Gil, I never noticed the gaps till you mentioned them. See, man, like, but Gil does not have gaps, okay?
Mm-hmm. He whistles through them.
Yeah. They're my windows.
No, your gaps are not big. And you're just self-conscious about it.
Nah.
I'm telling you, we're our worst judges, you know, ever, no, but
We are. We are. I mean, it takes me so long to. We were talking about comedy before we hit record, and about like I have this premise of a joke that I've just been thinking about over and over, even before I even started writing it. Like I'm just going over it in my head for like this past week, and just today I don't have it with me, but what I've been doing now is usually I write like premises or jokes and stuff in my phone. Now I have a thick, like I ripped off like maybe 3 or 4 big long sheets of like letter paper.
Yes.
And folded them, so I have like 4 to 5 sheets together folded, and I carry it with me like every day throughout the whole week, and I have a pen with me, and if I think of something funny, I'll write it. Because I found that, like, at least for me, I don't know for you, I'm going to ask you, but writing ideas on my phone versus actually physically writing them on paper is so different. I feel like it's perceived in my brain a little bit different, but how do you usually write ideas? Do you use your phone?
Pencil, paper, man.
Pencil and paper?
Pencil or pen to paper, for me is the easiest, best way to get on a roll, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes I write until my hand cramps, you know?
Dude, I'm getting the same way.
And people have told me like, oh, do audio notes, on your phone, and I can't. I could say my idea or type it on my phone or say it and record it,
Yeah.
and it never goes past that. But if I write it, all of a sudden you start writing more and more, and you find yourself writing like a page or two,
Yeah.
So I'm a pen and paper guy, man.
Another cool thing too is because I do the podcast like once or twice a week, and sometimes I get like pretty good ideas just from like just telling stories.
Yes.
And Johnny, I don't know, you met Johnny, right? Johnny Gold.
Yes.
He listens to the podcast, and he will text me something and say, "Hey, dude, that's a really good premise of a joke. If you're gonna write something," and he'll tell me, he's like, that's funny, that's true. You should write something along the lines of that. And I was like, you know what that is? We're talking about how like being true, I guess, because I'm thinking about this bit about religion, and I feel like not many comics talk about religion because it's such a taboo topic.
Yes.
But I feel that it's true to me because it's something that I lived, right? Like it's a part of me, and there's no way that I can run from it or anything. And plus, there's nothing like religion, dude.
True. For better or for worse. And it's such a big part of you, man.
Yeah.
Like you just sharing yourself,
Right. Exactly.
It's cool. Hey, Johnny Goldman, he's my favorite guest you've had. I think you had him like 3 times at least. He's my favorite, man. I like his stories or his commentary on stuff. Dude is funny, man.
He's hilarious. He's great. I love having him. It's cool too because he listens to the podcast, and he gets pretty engaged in it. And I don't know, Amber, have you seen any of the comments? Like he leaves a comment on,
really?
on every episode. And
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm so super grateful. But he's funny too. He's really good.
I like his stories. The only one thing I disagree with Johnny Gold is when he was talking about those bringer shows. He's like, don't do bringer shows or something like that. I mean, it's been a while since I heard that.
Oh, that was like the first episode.
Yes, first time you guys had him. But for me, I was like, if you're a new comic, you'll take any show.
Yeah.
Especially a show with a stage, when you're new and you're on a stage, it could be the crappiest stage. It's just awesome. You think you made it already. Like here we go. I'm gonna be famous by next week.
It's a pretty good it's a good start. It's a good step.
Yes.
When you're new,
yes.
you bring up a good point. When you are new, it's stage time. Sure, you have to. You feel like
the stress of harassing all your relatives,
right?
Friends,
or coercing your significant other to go to your show, but. Yeah, it's stage time. It's time for you to practice now. But if you're doing bringer shows well in 20 years and 25 years, then maybe you have to reassess your hobby.
Reassess your persona. And everything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think you have to reassess like after 10 or something, because they say like 10 years, right? 10 years for a comic to really find themselves.
I think so. 10 years, but I believe, maybe because I'm slacking, I believe we all have our own timeline,
Yeah.
Like you have your own timeline, and the way life is happening to you right now is dictating your timeline. So that's what I believe in.
That's true.
But I'm hopefully not using it as a scapegoat.
No, because I think if you, based on your own timeline, your own strengths, your own weaknesses, your opportunities.
Yes.
And I just heard this on like several podcasts with like the bigger podcasts and people that are putting out specials on HBO and stuff, that the business right now is so different, right?
Yes.
Comedy is it's changing, but the business aspect has changed significantly in the past 10 years.
Yes.
From what I heard, right? And just how somebody comes up. Because, like now, do you know who Mark Maron is?
Mark Maron.
No? I just started, like, he just came out with the new special, and he's all over, Tony Hinchcliffe and Joe Rogan. Like, he's not agreeing with what's going on in the comedy scene in Austin.
Yes.
And it's, I mean, I don't know, because I'm just observing like what's going on and being such a new comic and listening to all that stuff and just observing. It's I can only imagine doing stand up for so long and seeing like the difference the culture is shifting.
Yes.
The art of it, but it's just fascinating just to know that we're doing something, we're in it to where it can change like from year to year.
You change, the money changes. I hope I never become the money guy. Like, I've had comics that, I'm always asking comics questions.
Yeah.
And a lot of the older comics that either travel or I don't know what, journey comics, the guys that open up for like big acts all the time.
Okay.
They'll tell me like, oh, this is the minimum that I get paid, and they have to pay me. And because for me right now, like, comedy is just an amazing thing to get up there and do jokes. So I hope I never lose that part, and have to have money signed behind it. You know what I mean? Like I hope money never gets more interesting than the comedy for me.
Oh yeah.
Because comedy for me is amazing. So I mean ultimately I just think if you become good enough at what you do, like, you'll be compensated. But a lot of guys tell me, oh, this is a minimum, people should get paid, and to them is money above everything else.
Right.
So I hope I never become that guy.
I think it's also too like why do you stand up? Why do stand up comedy?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like there's so many people's different whys. Like why I do it. I'm not saying for me personally, but I'm just saying like in general. Okay, I want to get famous. Yes. I want to live the rich life. I want to be rich and famous and have all these cars. Oh, I want everybody to know who I am. Some people just want to be funny.
Yes.
Right? Whether you can be the funniest person in the world, but still not receive like money. Compensation. Right?
I want to be famous amongst comics. Like, famous maybe is overreach.
Yeah.
But I want to be good enough to any comic comes into town. That I would be able to go and do some time on the show or something like that.
Yeah.
But the money, forget about it right now. Like, it doesn't really bug me.
Yeah.
But like I said, I might be a little too comfortable, like, the middle class life or whatever it's called, But so for now, I just want to do comedy, do more comedy and see where that goes. But I hope it never becomes about money,
Yeah.
It just, to me, it's ugly the way some people present that part. Like, I have to make this amount and only the headliner could make more than me. And,
yeah.
Like, bro, that's way too many rules. Like that's way too many angles. Also, I want to hang out with those groups so I could punch some famous comics I don't like right now. Like the comics that wear red hats, I just want to punch them once. I mean, that might be the end of my career, if you get blacklisted for punching people.
Yeah, but I think if you're being true to yourself, then who's to say? Because there's comics everywhere on the political spectrum.
Yes.
There's far left comics. There's far right comics. There's comics that really don't give a shit if you're... I think that... And this is my philosophy too. Like, and just from reading and just from listening to different stand-up comedians and as a comedian, right? Your job is to be in the middle.
Yes.
And just be funny, be entertaining. Doesn't matter what political spectrum you're on. You just have to be entertaining. And a comic's job is to make fun of, out of light of any situation, whether it's left, right, middle,
all the social stuff
gay,
you see.
straight, whatever, right?
Yes.
Commentary on social or political issues that are going on.
It's our job to point stuff out.
Yeah.
A lot of times,
And sometimes Democrats do dumb shit.
no, for sure. Everybody.
Republicans do dumb shit. Obama did dumb shit.
Yeah.
Donald
nobody's
Trump
perfect. Oh.
is doing horrible stuff. You
Oh,
know?
man.
But I mean, Biden, he did some terrible things.
Some
so
cool, funny stuff.
exactly.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's my goal. I'm like, forget the money. Let me punch this guy, and then I'll probably get beat up because I'm the old guy. I'm always the old head,
Yeah.
But just to you ever seen Living Color?
Mm-hmm.
There was this guy, Homie the Clown.
Oh yeah.
Where he goes, I just wanted to go bop the man. He goes, I sold out to go bop the man. His imaginary one guy at the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
I think, look, this is my hot take on what both of you guys are saying. I'm not a comic, right? But as a spectator, and I might be a little biased because I'm like you, like I want to, kick someone's ass wearing a hat or whatever. And I get it. Like yes, you joke about what's happening and things, right? But I think that there's ways for people to do certain jokes, and even if it's like anti-right or anti-left, like there's a way to do them to where it's funny, where you're just like, that's messed up, but it's kind of funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I think there's people that are blatantly racist up there and using comedy just to make whatever racism or whatever view they have to seem like it's okay. And I think as a spectator, you can tell when that happens. So I think it's just the way that jokes are made and the way that they're being delivered to your audience, where you're just like, okay, like, yeah, all right, whatever. But yeah, that's my hot take on it, because I think sometimes it is too soon for certain things, or the crowd that maybe you're performing to is like, maybe you shouldn't do that joke here because this community has just been affected by it, or something like that. Like that's what I think.
Yeah, but that all comes with experience, bombing, doing the wrong thing all the time,
over and over.
it takes, from what Amber is saying, is like it takes experience for you to learn how to read a room, to learn how to switch up your material once you get to a show, how to assess different situations, timing's a huge part of comedy. Not just your beats in your comedy, right? Or like timing of a joke, like per se, like your beats of you talking, but also the timing of your material.
Yeah, some material gets outdated fast.
Oh, dude.
We were just talking about it. I haven't been able to get out often because of teenager sports. And I wrote an inauguration joke, the beginning of the year, and I had to use it. I used it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
And because I had it, and I was so proud of it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it right now. But it's so outdated, it's ridiculous. But it's one of those, like it was very outdated. Some people got it, it's cool, but it was just the timing, like Gil said, it is way off.
Yeah, but I mean, it still works, right?
Still works.
You could still squeeze that in there somewhere.
I got a few people roll their eyes, because they're like, oh, here we go again, that subject,
Uh-huh.
But for me, when I wrote it, I was so proud that I gotta use this one way or the other, and I just threw it out there.
Yeah,
so
why not?
It worked. It was cool. When you write a lot, you're so proud. It's like a baby, Mm-hmm. You write a joke, you say it, like it works pretty much.
Well, Gilbert still says that there's a joke that works, and he says, my girlfriend just moved in, and we've been living together for 2 years already.
Yeah. Hey, well, They don't know.
They don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yours, they know that it,
That
but
was
still, it's like, it's a joke.
6-7 months ago. Yes, but so one of those, like you said, man,
Yeah.
timing and stuff getting outdated fast.
Yeah. And especially now that things are just happening every day and there's something new all the time, it's so hard to go from one idea to the other, because you like you writing a inauguration joke and then a week later something
crazier happens.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure people are like still like polishing up like some Palisade jokes, and
Yes.
they're like, "Oh, I finally got it," and then they say it, and they're like,
Yeah, like everybody, like, oh
Yeah.
man, really? Especially if it's like a touchy subject, Amber, like you said.
"Right,
You start getting people rolling their eyes, like, oh, here we go again with this subject, because it's so touchy to a lot of people.
yeah,
But yes, oh man, that's the art form of comedy,
yeah,
blending old with new, and I don't know, not going too deep into some subjects,
right, yeah." And I think that's the art of it. That's the fun part, is dancing and just finding your persona and your I guess your point of view
Yes.
with that subject, and then knowing that. I think that's the fun part too, is like knowing, okay, what am I really saying about this joke, right?
Yes.
I think when because I talk a lot about this on the podcast, but I'm like a super nerd, dude. When like reading and writing comedy, like I'm like right now I'm hyper focused in a few books on writing,
Yes.
to where I read cover to cover, and I'm kind of like just finding like what works out for me. I don't know if it's not stopping me, but somehow kind of like halting me a little bit from writing, but I am always learning
That's the best part.
on certain aspects, and kind of cherry picking what works and what's not working for me.
Yes.
Like, I haven't been up in, what was the last show that I did? Like a few weeks ago, right?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Couple weeks ago. But I'm writing every day. I am writing every day. I'm talking to comedians all the time. I'm watching specials. I'm trying to still put myself in the atmosphere of comedy. Of course, it's not, there's no substitute for getting up on stage, which is, I'm not saying that it's a substitute, but I'm taking this time in kind of like this period and just chilling out, experiencing life, and then also writing too. I wrote a year before getting on stage.
So
My favorite part is writing. That's just, it's one of my favorite parts.
Hey man, when you read a book, do you take notes on the book?
I have what I do. I have sticky notes.
Yes.
I write on the sticky note, and I put it on the page.
I've given people books, and they're like, "Bro, you wrote all kinds of notes on it." Like, everybody, if we could read the same book,
Yeah.
and you could get a different idea from the book than I.
Mm-hmm.
So my friends, I mean, like you can't write on a book and give it to somebody, because you're putting your ideas onto them with the book.
Right.
You're kind of guiding them. Like, they're supposed to read the book and get their own ideas from the book. But I mean, it's just a habit, man. I want to remember things.
Yeah.
So I write a note like between the lines or on the side and the white.
Oh, you
area.
do?
Yes, I'm that guy.
I'm that guy.
But when I give it away, they're like, "Dude, you trashed the book," I'm like, just helping you out, bro. Guidance. But I do that a lot when I read a book.
Uh-huh.
Like, especially when you find those little things that connect with you.
Yeah.
I either underline it and write a note under it, or rewrite it how it fits me.
Yeah.
Like, and so I do that a lot, man.
Frank's not allowed at any of the libraries in Los Angeles. The librarians, they see you walking into the library and they're like, "Oh no, this
They
guy
check his
again."
pockets.
Yeah.
It's like when you would buy a used book, you know. Remember how sometimes I had a lot of notes. You're like, yeah, you score, you know, because that means you would do less work. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of using their ideas, but it kind of like, you know, it helps you out
Right.
a lot.
Yeah, what I write post-it notes and then I stick them to the page of that or I like highlight.
Yes.
I highlight like sentences
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing. So that's it right there.
or like underline them.
yeah, like something that connected with you, you know, like just. And if you lose a page, you have to read like a few chapters to find it again. You know, I hate that.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of times I read a book and I'll read like 2-3 chapters, put it down, 2-3 chapters like a month later. I hate it when you read something like, wait a minute, I read something before that connected to it. So you have to start the whole book all over again because I didn't write the notes that that works for that.
Yeah.
So I reread a lot of stuff. You know, just
So do I. Sometimes I'll read too fast and I'm just like, what the hell did I just read? So I have to, sometimes I'm like there for like 8 hours reading 3 pages
yes.
because I can't grasp it. Literally, I thought that there was something wrong with me. I thought there was something wrong with my brain because I would read a page and I wouldn't grasp what I read on the page. Like, what is that? What is that?
ADD.
Is it?
I don't know, but it happens to me too. So I think maybe you'll have way too many things on your mind on the to-do list.
I don't know.
But I mean, it happens to me where I have to reread it.
Yeah, because you're thinking of something else at the same time.
Yes.
I've even like read a book where I'm reading, but I'm not even reading because I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, that's why I like audiobooks. Audiobooks are cool. But what I really love is audiobooks and having like the same book in physical form and like following. It feels like I'm in school again.
When they used to put the tape in of the book.
Oh,
follow it.
That's pretty cool, man.
You remember that?
Yeah, but I've never done that actually myself.
No?
Yeah, it's good.
I'll
It's
put
like
an audiobook
super-
at night, when I'm driving, and then I'll read the book later. And
Yeah, it's super. I feel like you're more engaged to it. Of course, it's kind of psycho. It's like it's ridiculous to have 2 books, like audio and physical. But first of all, there's nothing like a physical book.
Yes.
I feel that I like the most recent book I read on Ronnie Dangerfield. It's his audio biography.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's awesome. And you can't find it on audiobook. There's no audiobook version. It's not on YouTube. It's not on Audible. You can't find it anywhere in audio version. So I had to, if I wanted to read it, or if anybody wanted to read it, you have to get the physical book and read it yourself. So I got it, and I feel like I connected with him a little bit more reading the physical book. And that was kind of cool too, because I would read it and I would like read it in his voice.
Oh,
you know
okay,
what I mean?
cool.
And the cool thing about that book is like every few paragraphs he'll put in one of his jokes.
Oh man, I gotta get that book.
Yeah.
Hey man, when you listen to an audiobook and then read the book, are you emulating the voice in your head like as you're reading it?
Yeah.
And the tones and their pace and everything.
Exactly.
So I catch myself doing that all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. Like, there's nothing cooler when the actual person reads the book, like the autobiography ones. Which one's the one that we listened to?
Tremendous. Joey Coco Diaz.
Yeah, that
his audio biography.
cool.
Yes.
He's naturally a good storyteller.
Yes.
But when he read his biography, like to a person, and you're listening to it, it's so good.
Oh man.
Tremendous.
That's another book I gotta get.
Yeah. Norm McDonald, his crazy story book. It's not really an auto. I don't know. His comedy was amazing. You can't really like. it's an autobiography, but he begins to tell a story, but he has his own like comedy in there, and
Yes.
you don't know if it's like, you can't separate like what's real and what's not real in the book. It's just it's
It's almost like he's on stage, huh?
yeah.
You know, when people on stage are telling a story, like
Yeah.
how much of that is precise to the
Right.
story, and how much they're just jabbing the jokes, you know?
So
That's cool.
imagine that, and he's reading the book to you. Like Norm Macdonald is reading his biography book, and it's hilarious. It's super good.
That's cool, man. I gotta make a list here.
Yeah, dude. I would for a long, even now, like I said, I'm on this like weird path of just immersing myself in written comedy materials.
Yes.
I feel like I'm just new all over again, because I'm a nerd when it comes in general. I love reading. I love
Yes.
learning stuff. And when it really clicked with me, and I was like thinking, holy crap, like I love comedy. There's books out there. There's comedians that have written books, and it just opened up a wide range of other things to get into.
Like a galaxy, man.
Exactly.
There's so much stuff out there.
Yeah, because it's not just the stand-up. It's not just like podcasts.
Yes.
It's books and essays and just different writing. I've always loved writing in general.
Yes. The comedian guys like Joey Coco Diaz, I like his story and his comedy, but since I can't relate to a lot of that lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
it's very difficult for me to connect. But you know, I told you before. I think the last time I was with you, that Ronnie Dangerfield, I connect with him because he was older when
Yeah.
he's doing comedy. I connected with twitchy comedians because I'm always all hyper and twitchy, So I'm not at those connect with race people. Connect people that either have similar stories or
Right.
or just anything I could connect with,
Yeah,
So-
that's a good point, because I've always thought about that. I've always thought about me liking certain stand-ups, and I've always noticed that they're not the same race as me. They're not the same age as me. They're not Hispanic. They're other white guys. They're other races.
Yes.
But that's a good point. That could be that could be it too, and it probably is. I connect with their story. I connect
Yes.
with how they're presenting their story. I connect with their ideologies. Bill Hicks is one of my favorite all-time stand-ups, and I connect with him because he talks about psychedelics and like JFK assassination.
Yeah.
He talks about the government. That's all the stuff that I like talking about, or I like listening to.
Yes, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of comedians or even friends, they tell me like when they go to the movies, they want to see themselves there. And I mean, I'll never understand that aspect of it,
Mhm.
or at least that angle, because I grew up around sports. So I always look for people that have, like I was telling you, similar stories or similar upbringing, no matter what part of the country they're in. So I never see that. I always tell my friends, like, look for the person whose story relates to you or habits. Like one example I tell people, the show Friends. You guys seen the show Friends, right? I tell them, that show Friends, I don't know what you see, but I see a rapper. Phoebe's Mexican because she had a lot of jobs, Ross is Ross because he's cheap with money, and the girls are Karen and the other girl's a dingy girl,
Mm-hmm.
and like those are characters you'll have on your everyday life. But if you're looking to see yourself as a mirror, you're never gonna see it,
Yeah.
And for that reason, I was telling them like the show Friends has every kind of person there is there, but just the color doesn't match,
Yeah.
There's every kind of person there, So that's how I am. Like I always look for people I relate to in story, Single parent. I mean, I was single parent. because my mom married a few times. And I was like, yeah, single parent. I'm like, I don't want to get into my mom's story, you know. See, you know, so you relate to people like that. You know, a lot of people in sports, in art, in comedy. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, like look for people's stories that
I
relate
like-
to you.
I like seeing people, like how you say, right? Like seeing representation or knowing and yeah, there's times that people say like, oh well, life's not like that. Life is full of, you know, all these other people, and you need to know how to, you know, interact with them and all that. And it's true, yes, I get that. And you know, we just have to be respectful to everybody and different cultures, different this, that. But why not keep true to who you are and what you feel comfortable and seen with, right? But my rebuttal to the whole like being seen on TV, like I want to see representation. I do want to see representation on TV of myself, because every time I see representation of us on TV, it's never things that I'm like, I'm not a cholo. My family weren't cholos. Like, we didn't grow up with lowriders. We didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, the representation that's being shown on TV of Latinos, of Mexicans, is not everyone's reality. And it's like, and I get it. Someone's going to be like, oh, well, dang, you want everything. Like, they already have people up there and you're still not happy. But the reality is, like, there's this big, like, I guess I wouldn't say a movement, but I've already seen several people come out and talk, and even like people that do poetry and come out and talk about it, of saying like especially right now with everything that's going on, like everybody says like, oh, you know, why are they going after, you know, the people that clean our restrooms and this and that, like, so Latinos in a whole are being represented by just those service jobs. And it's like, no, there's a lot of us and we're all doing different things.
Yes.
And like comedy, like you guys are comedians, you know, like I, you know, dabbled into owning business and like
Yes.
things like that. Like, so I don't know where I'm going with this, but what I'm trying to say is like, sometimes the representation that is out there is not.
It kind of hurts the corazón.
Yeah, I'm just like.
I can't tell you how much it hurts. Like it feels like somebody punched you in the gut.
Yeah.
Where like you see regular day life in a movie or show, and then here comes the lowrider. And like, really? Does that have to be there? Does that have to be there?
But it's true.
But it seems like they said, okay, here you go, guys. There you go, your
Yeah.
representation. But like you say, it's not all like that. I grew up in, East LA Heights.
Mm-hmm.
And again, my family was not a lowrider family or, Raider fan family, you know. But we lived surrounded. It's a whole community. So, that part bugs me a lot, man. Like, we're not all into gangs and stuff like that.
That's true.
Even though, every time my wife irons my clothes, she does these crazy lines. I'm in second thoughts of my wife, but I know, I'm like, what?
Walking like a gingerbread.
I cut up my car seats with these lines, bro. But yeah, so there's all kinds of representation, but for right now, like that's all we're getting, But
Are we gonna take it? Yes, but do we want it to change? Of course. Is it hard to include everybody? Yes, it's hard to include everybody.
It is, but it isn't. Like, just give us normal roles. Like, I don't know, make someone a teacher, make someone a business owner. Like, it has to be like, if they put you as a business owner, you're a business owner
Of a taco shop.
But you're, or
you own a taco shop.
or you were in prison for 10 years and then turned your life around and then now you own a business.
And
Like,
that-
just
and
have
that-
something.
And now you make horchata or something.
Yeah, it's just like,
from
bro.
our end though, one thing I hated, a lot of the people in high school that went out to like 6 schools, like USC, Berkeley, I hated how they all came back and became teachers. I'm like,
Chicano
bro,
studies?
like leave, like leave, like you don't have to stay here, like leave the hood, like.
Yeah.
Thank you for thinking of the children, but we'll leave the children, the teachers, for the Cal State LA people, Like, if you, like you have so much potential, go onto the world and show them like that we're not all just here. You said all those other people in other jobs, Hey, I'm a UPS guy. Like, we're not all like this.
We don't not deliver packages.
We're not, And but yes, like we have a lot of talented, gifted people in arts, in academics, and everything. But a lot of people, whether it's their need to help, I don't know. I can't speak for them. But I remember telling people like, leave, get out of the hood and go show the world what you got.
Yeah.
And I think it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No
off,
worries, no
but
worries.
I think that you do in some way feel like you owe it to your community to come back and be some kind of like, I don't want to say savior, but be someone that they needed when they were in school.
Oh yes.
Like us when we put the business and my sister's like, oh, I want to put the business in Paramount. And I was like, why? Like, what the heck? Like, let's go somewhere else. Let's go to Long Beach. Let's go out somewhere else. And she's like, no. And I for a long time we went back and forth, and I couldn't, because I was just like, why are you gonna put it here? Like And she was like, Amber, like, just think of ourselves as young kids where we had nowhere to go hang out. There was nothing like this. We had to go out to downtown LA. We went to Long Beach. We went to other cities that weren't our own to be able to experience something cool, something fun, something nice. And it wasn't until she said that it dawned on me, where I was like, you know what? You're right. Like, we need to start in our communities in order to make our communities better. So that's why I think that maybe a lot of these people leave and they get educated, but then they feel like, I need to come back into my community and put my education and my worth back into the community that saw me grow up. That's the only thing that I can think of, but I get exactly what you're saying.
Yes. One of my childhood friends, he's a middle school teacher. So a lot of these kids is very difficult. He said he struggles getting into the kids' heads that they could do anything they want in their life, because he seems that he thinks the kids think they have to stay there, or like you said, get those jobs. And so my friend says he uses his own experience to tell him, like, look, I'm a teacher, and I came with you where you came from. Same life, same neighborhood, but I'm here teaching, and it shows you could go to college and you could do whatever you want. But he said he struggled getting the kids' mentality to change, and is that like his own experience is helping him out there at one of those, inner city schools, middle schools.
And it also does, and it's no shade on anybody, but when you can't relate, like when you can't relate with your student and the struggles that they're having, like a white teacher, right? Maybe the white teacher doesn't even live in the community, lives somewhere else in a nicer neighborhood, doesn't have the struggles, didn't have the struggles that a kid is having. Like, how can you connect on that deeper level with that kid?
Yes.
How can you empathize with someone if you don't know what it is? And I think it's kind of hard. It's hard to do that.
Yes, middle school and elementary, I could see it, because once you're in high school, you have to produce. I mean, I don't know how much teachers baby kids, but I remember I had this teacher. He told me, like, if you don't type out this end of the school year report, you're not gonna get anything higher than a D. And I had to go get buy a typewriter at a yard sale, to type out the report. But it was one of those sink or swim kind of teachers,
Yeah.
So I'm glad there was that kind of teachers at that school that didn't baby us. But it was already, like I said, it was already high school, no? But elementary and middle school, I could see where that part comes into play, where like they gotta see some of themselves in you to listen to you, and like I don't know, do something else other than follow the neighborhood code,
Yeah.
neighborhood code of work, and or the lowrider guys.
Yeah.
The lowriders.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of those guys, because since I play sports, that was my life, playing sports and fighting these guys, playing sports. And
Oh, that was even school?
yes, from middle school, ninth grade on, all I did was play sports, go to school, and fight off the gangs, the drug dealers, the gangs, all that. Because all that, you know how appealing it is, the gang stuff? And the ninth grade, drug dealers will pick us up at middle school in limos.
Oh, sure.
And they had beer and all that stuff in the cars. But they're recruiting workers,
Whoa.
So I remember that from middle school, how they would come and, hey, let's go, because they were from the same block. So we would jump in the limos and have the windows down and everybody's drinking beer in front of the middle school, stuck in traffic, But that's the inner city stuff. How does a kid think, like, I could go do what the teacher says, or this guy has a limo and all he does is, sell stuff on the side or whatever,
And he has money.
And he has money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, those guys have other stuff.
Yeah, the instant gratification of not. I think that's the hard part too, because when you're growing up, you want that specific type of lifestyle like now versus being patient and working for it. And I'm pretty sure it was pretty hard.
And I also feel like with that now, I feel like now in this time, it's even harder because I feel like with social media everything that kids see and everything right now is about influencers and how much money they get and all the cars that they have. And like everything right now is centered around like that kids are like, I don't need to go to school. Like, I'm just going to become famous. I'm going to, be an Instagrammer,
Yes.
a TikToker,
Man.
and that's it. My life is set.
Well, there's two things. So that's cool. I think culture has changed significant in the past 10 years, 5 years. Let's just say 5 years. The same thing with the music is that there's certain ways now to make money and to earn a living, and the pendulum has shifted, the dial has shifted for a teenager or a young adult to make money. Who's to say that it's not good for them to become an influencer? Now some of the top people that make money are influencers. That's like along with being an entrepreneur, right? I think that's in the realm of being an entrepreneur.
Yes.
If you can make content for the rest of your life, and let's say for instance, Bad Baby. You remember the girl that was on Dr. Phil?
Yes.
She's I don't know about now. She's recently become like, she's had a baby recently. But even her, like, she's set for the rest of her life, right?
Yes.
Like, who's to say that that's not? Yeah, it's a weird way to make money, but it's also like a way to make money.
In a long shot.
It's different now.
Yeah. I'm
right?
not saying that for them not to become what I'm saying is that now at a younger age, they're might be deterred from continuing school or education or taking their education seriously because they see kids like that kid Ryan's World, that he was little and then became a millionaire. Like,
yes.
And great. That's good. That's great that you're making money. But what I'm saying is just like, I feel like now kids back then didn't see that. So to them it was, like, okay, I got to keep going to school or whatever, or I'm going to go to work and flunk out of school. But now it's like it's at every kid's fingertips of like, yes, you can, and that's cool, do it, but also like stay in school. I don't know.
As to the pressure, right?
Yeah.
The pressure of having needs. Hey man, I'm glad I play sports. So I didn't really notice a lot of stuff. Like my friends, I remember telling my friends, like, the high school movies, how they always show people fighting and fighting the teachers. Mm-hmm. And I was telling my friend, like, hey, man, that's bullshit. That never happens. And my friend, no. You didn't go to the other side of the school. He goes, we had those classes, but they're way in the back where the teachers get hurt all the time and they throw stuff out the window. He goes, we had those classes, but they were way in the back, And so I never noticed any stuff like that. I never noticed needs, like, like I never noticed like luxuries because I was always just playing sports, like school sports. side job here and there. I worked at Pantages in the Greek on the weekend sometimes. It's really cool. But so I never had like noticed, like you said, like the needs, whatever. If there's needs in the neighborhood, anything. And now with kids on the phone, like man, I mean, it must be rough, huh? Like to have a simple life and see everybody with so much on social media, like can't even imagine.
Yeah, it messes with your.
It messes with us that were
Yeah.
adults. Imagine a kid that like is just starting out.
Man,
Well, I think now that's why they have like a right in certain parts of the country you have to be a certain age to have a social media account, right?
yes.
Like a TikTok, you have to be a certain age.
But
For an
kids can go
Instagram,
now
you have
on-
a certain age.
On YouTube or even Google anything.
I think as like your point about, I guess, kids knowing, right, like stopping their education because I'm gonna be an influencer. I don't need to continue my education. I feel then, as culture is changing, there should be more education on education, if that makes a difference, right? Like, or if that's a certain path that kids are wanting to take, then there should be certain classes on
Watch, there's
like-
going to be curriculum.
right, yeah. Now there's college classes on podcasting.
Yes.
That is crazy. Before it used to be radio, right? Radio classes they used to have radio classes in college. There's classes on podcasting now, which is, it's a smart idea. It's cool. I mean, this has blown up to, people are making millions of dollars in this industry, and it's crazy that that's happening.
And for a school, any angle you can take for young adults for them to keep them in school, it's good for them,
Exactly.
Everybody has different interests, so it's good for them,
Yeah.
Like me, I'm the jock, Anything to do with sports, I was there, So
Right.
if you do podcasting or music in the 1900s,
I know you're saying I'm like, hi.
my kids always busting my chops, man.
Yeah.
My teenagers.
Your
the
kids were born in
1900s.
in the 2000s?
Yes,
Oh.
one's 14, one's 16.
Oh, yeah.
Then my son was playing a video game and Guns N' Roses was in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them, I saw him in concert in 91. And they're all like, what? the 1900s? Like, oh my God. Like, there they go again,
I know I just posted something on my my Instagram saying that I missed the 2000s. I really do. I've been thinking about the 2000s a lot.
Yes.
And that's where I grew up. 2000s.
Between 2000 and 2010, like, what was your bread and butter, like a youthful, like a part of your life where you're like, I wish I could do that over again?
I don't know, because it was all pretty bad. But
you learned so much. I mean,
yeah, it was cool.
You were what, from 10 to 20? Because it's 10 years, right?
Yeah. From like 2000.
From
Yeah.
2000 to 2010.
2010. Yeah, it was
but
cool.
at 10, you really have no control, like at what age, like say like 14, 15,
Mm-hmm.
where you saw the world and you started taking steps to be different, to take your own path,
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like,
that was like
12?
I was like
kind of young.
Yeah, I was like 16, 17 years old. I think the first time that I read Siddhartha, which is, I read this, it's a book about Siddhartha Gautama Buddha.
Yes.
It was essentially a book about Buddha that I read in my senior year in high school in an English class. After I read that book, I was just like, holy crap, there's that. It's essentially, it's about the Buddha, right?
Yes.
That one right there. He's given, I'll give you the short version. He's a prince. He's been given wealth and fame for all of his life. He's about like 14 years old at this time. He goes out, his handler takes him out to the village, and the village, like he sees like a poor person. He's never seen a poor person in his life. He asks the Sandler, like, what is this? Oh, that's a poor person. And then another few days, he goes out to the village. He sees an old person. Like, oh, like what? Oh, that person's like old. And then he sees, I can't remember, but there was a third person. I think the third person was like crippled or had something wrong with him. And he asks his handler, like, what's going on with this person? That person's like crippled, like there. So throughout his whole time, like just seeing the real world, he knows that people are suffering, and that's life. All life is suffering based on what his view was on the world. And he didn't know what suffering was. So given all this money and fame and fortune for the rest of his life, he didn't want it because he felt like he wanted to be like I guess a normal person or whatever from the story. So he goes out and he suffers for the rest of his life, and then he gets enlightened sitting on the oak tree and whatever have you. But the moral of the story, I just thought it was so powerful that somebody can, even though it was a story, I know it was a story, but just hearing that story, I've never, like him being surprised at there's a person suffering in the world.
Yes.
Like opened my eyes, because I never viewed a person getting everything that I've ever wanting suffering. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it totally like did something to my brain to where I was like, well, I've suffered up until this age, and I want fortune and fame and this and that. I want the opposite of what I had. I read about somebody having what I wanted, but wanted what I wanted, which was what they wanted, what I had,
what you were living,
which was suffering. And I was just like, that's life. And till like reading that book, it just like it.
That was your awakening, huh? Like
I was like,
whoa, real life.
Whoa, this is it. That's crazy. And then from that on, I was just like, you know what? Like I need to chill. Like I was so upset because I was 17 years old. There are a lot of things going on. You know, like you're a teenager, you're about to be an adult, you're about to, you know, get pushed into the real world. Like for me, I kind of grew up a little bit, you know, quicker than most kids in my age group, and I was just like, I was just in this weird little thing. And then after reading that book, just it really opened my eyes to even the teachings of Buddha about how things naturally evolve, things change over time, things are going to change no matter what. If you're sad now, if you're mad now, or whatever emotion you're feeling at this exact moment, it's transitory, which means it transitions. It's ever changing. Things change all the time. Like the world changes no matter whether you're happy or sad.
Yes. The world moves on.
It's going to move on, and it's going to change. Like you're not going to be sad all the time. Just like you're not going to be mad all the time. You're not going to be happy all the time. It's just things are the way they are, and it's your viewpoint on how you see them. You know what I mean?
That's really good, man.
Yeah. And
that's really good.
Learning that at that age, like even though I learned it years ago, right? Even though I learned it years ago, I still have to like trick myself into thinking about that, because life goes on, life's you, and sometimes you just gotta think like, okay, well, all right, we gotta
roll with the punches.
We gotta roll with the punches, because life is gonna happen no matter what. Like life doesn't give a shit, dude.
Yes,
life doesn't care.
For me, though, like middle, say like 21 through 25, that was my shaft of the past thing, because like you said, I used to believe in Murphy's Law, but I used to call it Frankie's Law because I was like, here goes, everything's happening to me again. And then once I realized something like that, like things happen to everybody, but if you keep saying it, you're going to invite it more, you know? So then from there on in, like everything like went to the positive and life got easy, you know? And we're actually from there started planning for the future, you know, like I had like shark teeth, you know, and I went and got braces, you know. Well, yeah, because you know you had like teeth everywhere on top of teeth, and you know, and like I got braces, and my friend like, dude, like you already like 21 or whatever. I'm like,
You could floss with chicken bones.
not even that. It was like I don't know. It was like mesh, you know.
You were like a labubu.
Yeah,
Right, like that one right there.
like that, and it was crazy. And working out, like you know, I had left sports, so you know how when you're on your own, and like I discovered fast food, I discovered a lot of stuff, and of course I was like super fat, you know, like 350 or something. So I had to go back to the basics, like the positivity. The Murphy's Law doesn't apply to me; it applies to everybody, not just me. It's crazy, man. So from there on in.
And Murphy's Law is, for somebody that doesn't know, is whatever
can happen will
happen, right?
Yeah. So and it's crazy. So a bunch of like little sign things started happening too. Like I was on my way to the optometrist. A lot of these moments that happened to me in my life that I remember. I was on the 105 on going to my optometrist, and my car started backfiring. You know, I had a '66 Mustang. So anybody familiar with old cars, they mess up a lot. So I start cussing at my car like full, like screaming like, damn you, you know, this here we go again. And just as I'm screaming at the dashboard of my car, cars go around me speeding and they crash. So now they dodge me, right? They dodge me, they crash. So now I'm going like 20 miles an hour because my car's not going any faster, right? But I'm trembling because the freeway stopped because of big old pileup that happened around me.
Yeah.
So that's where I started like thinking like things happen to you, but also for you, you know. So yeah, I had a lot of those little moments. Yeah, I got to my optometrist, and dude, why are you trembling? I'm like, man, you only saw what I just saw right now, you know. It's crazy. Yeah, so life happens to everybody, and the way you react to it is gonna determine your life, you know.
Right. It's your reaction
to the action.
Yeah. Well, no, it's they say you respond to certain things and you react to certain ways. No, that's what it is. So
okay,
it's how you respond to a situation versus reacting. You want to always respond to a certain situation. And then also too, just like your perspective on certain things, on why something happens or why there is a situation. Yes. And I think it's just like all your perspective, and not all things are bad.
Yes.
They're just, I just posted something like the other day about things are good and things are bad, or things are not good, things are not bad. It's like how you perceive it.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just, that's just the way it is. And it's the way, like, you don't have to look at a certain situation and say that's bad, or that person's bad, or that person's good. It's just that person is.
That's true.
Is. Yeah. That's it.
That's pretty good, man.
You know what I mean?
I know we have to start wrapping it up because it's gonna be time for you to.
Oh yeah.
Go, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on that.
Yes.
Because I didn't think about it. I had never thought about that until right now that you asked the question. And like for me, I'm not gonna say I'm like positive all the time, because there's times that I'm like, ugh, don't even look at me. But things don't get me down per se. Like I'm never like, oh, I'm bummed out, you know, like I'll cry here and there, whatever. But for me, that moment happened to me really young, like really, really young. Because I was always in and out of the hospital. So I remember my mom having to, she did on purpose. My mom would schedule any of my surgeries during the summer so that I wouldn't miss school. So I would do most of my surgeries and spend most of my time in the hospital during the summers. And I always remember, like, as a kid, like, you know, I always used to tell my mom, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Is it going to hurt? What are they going to do? Like, I wanted to know step by step from the moment I arrived to the hospital to the moment I came out what was going to happen. And my mom never lied to me, right? She always told me, it's going to hurt. You're going to be in pain. You're going to this. And I used to be like, okay. So anyways, I always remember thinking, like, man, like, why do I have to do this? Like, why can't I just enjoy my summers? Why can't I be like other kids and just, like, be out there, you know? And I used to beat myself up, you know, about it a little bit. And then I remember going to the hospital where they had transferred me to. So when I got a little older, they transferred me to, it's called Shriners Hospital right there in LA. And I remember there, whenever, like, you were done with your operation and you were, like, healing, they would put you in a room. And that room had about, like, 4 to 6 patients, just depending on how busy it was. And I remember seeing other kids and being like, damn, like, I am nowhere near and I'm not suffering nowhere near that you are. And yet you're, like, happy and doing things and everything. And I'm over here, like, you know, like, oh, why is this happening to me? And mine was like, I'm not going to say it was minor because it wasn't minor, but that was my aha moment where I'm just like, we're all kids and none of us deserve to have this, but it's just, it is what it is. Like, yes. And when you're a kid, like, you shouldn't be having those thoughts, right? Of like, why do I deserve this? Am I a bad person because this happened? Like, you just shouldn't. And I remember just thinking, like, I'm a kid, like, stop worrying. Like, you know, there's other kids out there that are worse. There's other kids that are suffering, and just, like, enjoy it. And I think after that, to me, I was just like, I don't want to say, like, grateful, but I was grateful. But I also just, like, seeing so much that it just kind of like, it's life. Like, ni modo. Like, it just happens and you just got to go. And there's going to be times that things are good for you and there's going to be times that things are bad. But, oh, well, like, you just got to laugh and you got to go with it and push through with it. And I was probably around, like, 8 years old when that moment, like, snapped in my head I was just like, all right, like, and I'm not going to lie and say, like, oh, I haven't had moments of, like, you know, like, get me down. But for the most part, to me, I'm just like, oh, well.
Man, you're a tough kid at 8 years old, you know, you had that.
Yeah.
That real world moment, you know.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it happened to me very, very early on in my life.
And what did you feel at that moment?
Like, that it's just life. Like, bad things happen, or things that we think are bad happen to everybody. Things don't skip out on people. You can be a child, you can be an adult, you can be the best person in life, you can be the worst person in life. It's just things happen, and it's like that, like you said, it's the way that you handle the situation, and that's it. Like, you know, a lot of these kids, I'm telling you, it was like really, really bad. Like, I remember this one kid had like probably 80% of his body fully burned. Oh. Yeah, like really, really bad. And he was like 6 years old. But every morning he would get up because they had like different activities. And he wanted to be there. Like, he couldn't do the activities, but he wanted to go and like be there. And I was just like, dang, like, yeah. So it's crazy. It's not to make anybody feel bad or be like, oh, I need to be appreciative of my life, because I don't believe in that you have to be appreciative 100% of the time. You can feel your emotions. Yes. But it's just giving you perspective that things just happen. And it is what it is.
No, in that moment, I'm telling you, like, those moments when they happen, you always remember them, huh?
You'll never forget.
Cool.
Yeah, that, and then the first time I seen a Raider fan. I was like, shit, you know, my life can be a lot worse.
with the Super Bowl shirt for the following season.
Frank, dude, I love hanging out with you, man. I know you gotta go, man.
Thank you for having me, Gil.
Hell
Appreciate you guys, man.
We gotta have you all the time, dude. Tell us where we can find you and what you got coming up, brother.
Just look me up on Instagram, and you know, right now my kids' sports our season finally ended. Nice. Our 8-month season, you know. So I'm gonna be out there, man. Just follow me on Instagram.
Yes.
Frank Blanco Comedy. I switched it.
Oh.
Yes. I had a guy kind of like coached me through some Instagram stuff.
Yeah.
So he goes, Blanquillos, man, nobody's gonna find you, bro.
Oh,
Give it
that's
up
right.
already, you know.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
kinda
For
hard.
a long time.
Yeah, so he forced me to change it to Frank Blanco comedy, and he did some videos for me and everything.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah.
So
dude.
yeah, so look me up on Instagram, and I'm gonna be out there, guys. Just keep an eye out.
Frank is very funny. You should go see him at his next show that he's done, the Laugh Factory. You've opened up for Alfred Robles. He gets around. So
He gets around.
So that sounds.
Chico fácil.
I know.
Just kidding. Anything like that, huh? Like,
Hey, you gotta say what it is. Chico fácil.
Chico fácil.
he's a chanclamado, everything, dude.
Let us know if you guys want a feet camp. No, I'm just kidding.
We do the chancla feet cam right now.
Oh, we should, huh? Even
Shout.
both of us. Right there. You inspired me.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for having me.
No, dude, this was amazing, man. I love hanging out with you, dude. We gotta go out to a open mic and hang out and stuff. So
I'm ready, man. My calendar is right. Excuse me, my thing got in the way again. My calendar is wide open for a whole month right now. Let's do this, bro.
yeah, our open mic's gonna be back pretty soon, in the next couple weeks.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
So let's see. The song is extra long. I'm so glad that the video started working. So
Yeah, it just kind of hiccuped a little.
yeah,
That's cool.
we're good.
Sorry.
I got nothing coming up. Keep watching the
Bro,
podcast.
No, and
The
follow
Mind
you on
Buzz.
IG, man. You're always on the move, bro.
See you guys later.